going to try this one more time. Oh, brother. If somebody can let me know how the sound is, that would be great. So when you get on, just let me know. Let me know how the sound is. In the meantime, I'm going to get on here and see if I can figure it out. Okay. We'll just see if it's loud enough. Okay. Robert got on. Robert got on and said it wasn't loud enough. He said either... Okay. Robert said on the last one, he just said either your volume's too low or my earbuds stopped working. So hopefully we can get it working now. I'm going to do this all over again. And we will find out. Okay. I'll have somebody check. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start reading. We're on day 242 of the daily Bible reading. I'm going to read 1 Samuel 6, Psalm 61, and Revelation chapter 4. So, I'm reading out the Living Bible. The ark remained in the Philistine country for 7 months in all. The Jews always had trouble with the Philistines. Then the Philistines called for their priests and diviners and asked them, "What shall we do about the ark of God? What sort of gift shall we send with it when we return it to its own land?" "Yes, send it back with a gift," they were told. "Send a guilt offering so that the plague will stop. Then if it doesn't, you will know God didn't send the plague upon you after all." "What guilt offering shall we send?" they asked, and they were told, "Send 5 gold models of the tumor caused by the plague, and 5 gold models of the rats that have ravaged the whole land, the capital cities and villages alike. If you send these gifts and then praise the God of Israel, perhaps he will stop persecuting you and your God. Don't be stubborn and rebellious as Pharaoh and the Egyptians were." Okay. Still not real loud, huh? Okay, I'll just turn it up. How's that? Is that better? Oh, brother. Me and technology. Might have to just go down to once a day or once a week Bible reading and do it when I have somebody running the actual sound for me. Of course, my bit rate is not good. Okay. "So don't be stubborn and rebellious as Pharaoh and the Egyptians were. They wouldn't let Israel go until God had destroyed them with dreadful plagues." And I know I got that plugged in. Okay. "Now build a new cart and hitch to it 2 cows that have just had calves, cows that never have before been yoked, and shut their calves away from them in the barn. Place the ark of God on the cart beside a chest containing the gold models of the rats and tumors, and let the cows go wherever they want to. If they cross the border of our land and go into Beth Shemesh, then you will know that it was God who brought this great evil upon us. If they don't, but return to their calves, then we will know that the plague was simply a coincidence and was not sent by God at all." So these instructions were carried out. 2 cows with newborn calves were hitched to the cart, and their calves were shut up in the barn. Then the ark of the Lord and the chest containing the gold rats and tumors were placed upon the cart. And sure enough, the cows went straight along the road toward Beth Shemesh, lowing as they went. And the Philistine mares followed them as far as the border of Beth Shemesh. The people of Beth Shemesh were reaping wheat in the valley, and when they saw the ark, they went wild with joy. The cart came into the field of a man named Joshua and stopped beside a large rock. So the people broke up the wood of the cart for a fire and killed the cows and sacrificed them to the Lord as a burnt offering. Several men of the tribe of Levi lifted the ark and the chest containing the gold rats and tumors from the cart and laid them on the rock. And many burnt offerings and sacrifices were offered to the Lord that day by the men of Beth Shemesh. After the 5 Philistine mayors had watched for a while, they returned to Ekron that same day. The 5 gold models of tumors, which had been sent by the Philistines as a guilt offering to the Lord, were gifts from the mayors of the capital cities, Ashdod, Gaza, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron. The gold rats were to placate God for the other Philistine cities, both the fortified cities and the country villages controlled by the 5 capitals. By the way, that large rock at Beth Shemesh can still be seen in the field of Joshua. But the Lord killed 70 of the men of Beth Shemesh because they looked into the ark, and the people mourned because of the many people whom the Lord had killed. Well, they knew they weren't allowed to even touch the ark, much less touch it, open it, and look in it, you know. Who is able? It's all about obedience, you know. When we disobey God, there's going to be consequences. When we obey God, there's going to be consequences, you know. So we need to, it's all about obedience. Who is able to stand before Jehovah, this holy God, they cried out. Where can we send the ark from here? So they sent messengers to the people at Kiriath Jearim and told them that the Philistines had brought back the ark of the Lord. Come and get it, they begged. They were ready to get rid of it. Okay, let's go over to Psalm chapter 61. We're on day 242. Move now to the Living Bible. David's talking. Oh God, listen to me. Hear my prayer. For wherever I am, though far away at the ends of the earth, I will cry to you for help. When my heart is faint and overwhelmed, lead me to the mighty, towering rock of safety. Man, my throat. For you are my refuge, a high tower where my enemies can never reach me. I shall live forever in your tabernacle. Oh, to be safe beneath the shelter of your wings. For you have heard my vows, O God, to praise you every day. And you have given me the blessings you reserve for those who reverence your name. You will give me added years of life, as rich and full as those of many generations, all packed into one. And I shall live before the Lord forever. Oh, send your loving kindness and truth to guard and watch over me. And I will praise your name continually, fulfilling my vow of praising you each day. All right, let's go over to... So we've already read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel is where we're at. And then we went into Psalm, and now we're going to go over to the New Testament. There's 66 books in the Bible, but there's like twice as many books in the Old Testament as the New. Well, not quite twice as many, but we're going to go to Revelation. We're in the last book of the New Testament. And then we're going to start all over again. We're going to go back to Matthew, but we're in Revelation chapter 4. So 4 through 22, this chapter here, Revelation chapter 4, all the way to the end of Revelation is going to happen. These are events that's going to happen after the rapture. So, chapters 2 and 3 were the church age, but now right now it's going to start. All these things are going to happen after the church is gone. Then, as I looked, I saw a door standing open in heaven, and the same voice I had heard before, which sounded like a mighty trumpet blast, spoke to me and said, come up here and I will show you what must happen in the future. And instantly I was in spirit there in heaven and saw, oh, the glory of it, a throne and someone sitting on it. Great burst of light flashed forth from him as from a glittering diamond or from a shiny ruby, and a rainbow glowing like an emerald encircled his throne. 24 smaller thrones surrounded his, with 24 elders sitting on them. All were clothed in white, with golden crowns upon their heads. Lightning and thunder issued from the throne, and there were voices in the thunder. Directly in front of his throne were 7 lighted lamps representing the sevenfold Spirit of God. Spread out before it was a shiny crystal sea. 4 living beings, dotted front and back with eyes, stood at the throne's 4 sides. The first of these living beings was in the form of a lion. The second looked like an ox. The third had the face of a man, and the fourth the form of an eagle, with wings spread out as though in flight. Each of these living beings had 6 wings, and the central sections of their wings were covered with eyes. Day after day and night after night they kept on saying, Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, the the one who was and is to come. And when the living beings gave glory and honor and thanks to the one sitting on the throne who lives forever and ever, the 24 elders fell down before him and worshipped him, the eternal living one, and cast their crowns before the throne, singing, O Lord, you are worthy to receive the glory and the honor and the power, for you have created all things. They were created and called into being by your act of will. And that's Revelation 4, and that ends day 242. Short and to the point today. But I'll see you on here tomorrow with day 243. We're just going to keep on reading the Bible till Jesus comes back, which hopefully won't be too far in the future. All right, God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.